Yo, 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 we're back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Episode 3 of the Apologetic Knock Podcast. It's your boy Evil. As always, I have my best man on my side, all the way from the West Coast. Pete Rock, CO Smooth, wrapped into one. What up, Pedro?
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
Aquí, ya tú sabes. And of course, as always, I always say it, my brother, but you represent the whole island. How many people could say that? The Haitian sensation, the Dominican dandy, the Emilo Ramses.
What's poppin', my people? First and foremost, all praise due to God. Thank you guys for joining us again. We are the Apologetic Knock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is going to be a very important episode. In fact, this episode's entitled, When's the Last Time You Went to the Doctor? See, you thought it was going to be something else, but this episode is focused on men's health. And this is a very important episode to us, not because, we each need to take care of ourselves. It's because we all know why the Apologetic Knot came together. In the first episode, we told you we're a group of friends, band of brothers, known each other a long time. We had an asshole teacher, yo, Mr. Perez, what up? that coined the phrase, the Apologetic Knot. But to give more background to our story, we all met at different stages of our life. Me and Pedro elementary school, me and Ramses junior high school, and during junior high school, I had a guy that me and him were inseparable. Why don't you tell us a bit about that guy, Ramses?
Yeah, that's my cousin Danny, man. Rest in peace. A lot of love for him, man. He was there with us. Of course, he was my cousin. Grew up with him. Seen him from learning how to ride a bike and scraping his knees, and helping him with his shot in basketball, and just
Oh, you helped him. No wonder why he
growing
struggled.
up. He really focused his game behind that. I'll say also Jamal Mashburn was another one.
Hey, Ramses,
Oh,
just have you in the background while you're talking. Go ahead, brother.
yeah. So, again, we lost my cousin very early in life. He was in his early 40s. He should still be here with us. If anything, he should be, one of these co-hosts, or just coming in just to talk his talk. Um, Entrepreneurial spirit, very healthy, always worked out. There he is, guys. That's my cousin Danny right there. Big Diddy. We used to call him Diddy. That's my duo right there. Primo hermano. So we grew up together, and unfortunately we lost him due to heart disease. And it's a very serious subject, things like this run in the family. And it's very unfortunate that it took his life when it did. Hardworking individual, always wanted to work for himself, no one else. He always wanted to make it happen, took care of his mother, all of this, and for the most part took care of himself. But this one, snuck up on him, and it could have been possibly avoided, by having regular annual wellness visits with your doctor, getting tested, getting your, blood draws, and getting all your preventative health screenings taken care of. These things help you detect things early on, and getting these things done, these tests, will definitely assist you in the long run. We have to be more attentive to our bodies now, especially at this age. Soon, I believe when you're 45 years old, you have to get your colonoscopy. Men in or I believe in their 50s and 40 in their late 40s, I believe you have to get your prostate checked. So, there's
Woo!
things that you have to be ready for, and us at this age, with all the things that we've eaten throughout the years, it's definitely have affected our bodies. I'm huge right now, big brands. I need to start, being a little bit more careful with my weight and how I conduct myself, because there's a lot of, sickness and diseases that, like heart disease also, and diabetes is a possibility, and these are things that have to be avoided, and the way to avoid them is definitely by going to the doctor and having things taken care of.
Well, definitely we're gonna get Pedro's point of view on uh, pretty much taking care of yourself and why is it so difficult for men of a certain age and culturally. It's definitely something we're going to touch on. But Before we move forward with the episode, definitely just wanted to shout you out, Danny.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, like Ram just said, even a guy like Danny, who was conscious of many things and did regularly try to go to the doctor, the slightest thing, man, guys, don't ignore your bodies, don't ignore any signals. Whether you feel like you're getting headaches all the time, you're getting aches and sores in certain places, there's no shame. You know, you're more of a man actually if you step up and you go to the doctor. But again, before we proceed, Danny, Rand just like to coin us the wolf pack. We're still roaming, man. We're roaming those woods out there, and one day we're gonna roam and eventually find you, and the pack will be of full force once again. So
For
rest in
sure.
peace, Danny, and we're
Rest in
definitely gonna move
Rest in
on
peace,
now.
man. We
And
love you, man.
we miss you, my brother. We definitely miss you, man.
for sure.
IP. So what's your take, man? You a guy who I always remember, man. You were always in good shape, and wasn't even like a guy who tried. You were just naturally like, uh, don't get too excited. You were a big dude. You naturally, just one of those guys like a LeBron that he just had good genes, good genetics. And you've told me recently, like, man, I don't feel the same way. Why don't you give us a little more insight on how you felt you changed personally, and overall, why is it so difficult for men in general to just go to the doctor and get things as simple as a regular routine checkup?
Yeah, definitely the getting older has contributed to obviously, man, gaining weight, things that you did in the past, man. The eating, the not so much, yes, what you eat, but also when you would eat it, right? We all back in the days used to go out and eat all hours of the night, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, eat a burger, eat a chimi, you know what I'm saying? Indulge in all that and feel fine the next day. Go out and play ball. Go out and do your regular duties for the day. Nowadays, because of age, we get older. At 40, I'm finding out that I can't sustain those habits anymore. It's just getting harder, man. It's getting harder and harder to bounce back, to have a night out. Have a night out, go to an event, have some drinks, have some food late night. You're paying for it the next couple of days. It ain't like it used to be back when we was in our 20s. Um, Definitely hard now to maintain, to get into that shape that we once were back in days, right, when we was younger. But for sure, I think the machismo, man. I think men, we're raised to be tough, man, at all costs. You fall, you scrape your knee, you get back up. It could hurt, it could sting, it could burn. You can't show that. So it's that mentality. Even with me, something hurt, headache, like you said earlier. Hey, I'll put the band-aid over it. Take an Advil, take an ibuprofen. But it may be something lingering. You never know. We're seeing a lot of our peers, a lot of our friends. Again, Danny, our age passing. That shouldn't be. That shouldn't be. And obviously, this podcast came to be, like you said. You were like, keeping in touch. First and foremost, having something where we can all keep in touch. Although I'm in the West Coast, you guys in the East Coast, all have different lives, but at least to kind of have something that we could come to and check in on one another. You know what I mean? And I think as friends, as family members, we have that responsibility also, man, to check up on each other and say, hey, man, how are you, man? You good? Yo, have you checked? Yo, you looking a little, whatever, even in a playful manner. Hey, man, you get? What's up? But it ain't just for the aesthetics. It's like, bro, we're in our 40s, man. Make sure you're good. Make sure your numbers are right.
Right. For sure.
But yeah, culturally, being Dominican, being Latino, another thing. But God, men are hard. Men are hard. We show no pain. We show no emotion. And we gotta
P, let
change.
me let me get two things from you. First, uh, shout out to your mom who helped add to this belly back in the day. She fed me a couple of
Yeah,
times. Right now she's staying with you, like you said. She's visiting town.
yeah.
From the cultural, I want two things from you. From the cultural aspect, how difficult is it to kind of turn her down with all her great food. That's one. And
Yeah.
two, because me and Ramses have a completely different perspective with our work life. How has over time you getting older and bad health habits affected your work life being out there every day early? So give me your perspective from those two standpoints.
Well, first and foremost, man, you can't turn it down. I can't turn down that plate in a way, especially being out here in San Diego where there is no Dominican food. You can find some like there's a Cuban spot, there's a Puerto Rican spot, and that's pretty much it. Whenever I get that itch, I get to go over there, but it ain't the same as mom's food, right? It ain't never gonna be the same. So
Hmm.
I find myself even going harder in the paint when she is here to overly indulge in it. Yeah, so turning it down, that's a no go, man. Forget about it. That's I'm gonna lose that battle 10 times out of 10. Um, but work wise, man, it's a huge effect, man. Obviously, I get up in the morning, I drive a truck, all this and that. I run and gun, make deliveries, boom, boom. Not being healthy causes injury. I find myself getting hurt easy. Stuff that I'm like, yo, bro, I just bent over to grab this like this
I
invoice or something
sneezed
like
wrong.
that.
I sneezed wrong. My back
You
went
know,
out.
a sneeze.
You got that Sammy Sosa kid. You on the IL just for sneezing.
Bro, it's serious, man. So those are things, and think about it, man. You get hurt, what happens? Now you're not working. Now you losing paper. You losing money. Hopefully, you got some days and stuff like that. But now you got to burn sick days, bro. Now you got to burn vacation days when those are there, for you to enjoy yourself, for you not to be
Right.
working, but enjoying yourself as you're not working and a vacation or whatnot. And now you got to use those days, man, to be laid up in bed, you know. So yeah, that alone has me even thinking more so like, bro, I gotta get my shit together. Gotta get my shit together.
Yeah, man, we got to
It
keep
doesn't.
the main. We go to different. We go to the barbershop to make ourselves look good. When we look good, we feel good. But we also have to just continue taking care of ourselves. Shout out to Corona Barbershop, always hooking me up. And it's always a good feeling when I come out of there. I feel, I get my braids done if I have to, get my hair cut, come out feeling good. But I got to feel good also going to the doctor and coming out of there and feeling good about that, you know? And another point that I would like to make to a lot of people our age: go to the dentist. People, it's crazy. Like y'all gotta go to the dentist. It's a little crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? We avoid it. I know some people are afraid of like drills or the noise, but yo, get your gums checked. Like
And
it's high time.
somehow those are the people that love to talk in your face. Say
Yeah,
nothing.
man.
Every sentence has four H's in it.
Bajo a
Uh,
boca.
they gotta come real close. They gotta whisper. Those are
Hi,
that's the whisper
how are
community.
you? How's
All
it
those
going
guys got the
today?
yeah, bro. All those guys got the skunk mouth, man. But
Like, yo, come on,
Rams is
man.
absolutely yeah,
So
you absolutely. But the game's changed, bro. The game's changed. Back in the days, it was all about aesthetics, man. We ain't give, we lifted weights and we did to look
internal.
like you said to look good. And who cares how I feel, right? Now, sure, man. We all like to, we all want to look good enough, but their concentration is definitely more on the inside, man. Just making sure that we good in the inside because
Right.
we want to see our kids. We want to, grow and we want to be around to be grandfathers,
Sure.
and stuff like that. So
100%.
definitely the game has changed for me, for sure.
100%.
So quite often, we have we like to use excuses. Let's be honest. That's one of the many reasons why we don't stay in shape and we kind of let ourselves go. Quite often, I know the three of us. We all have children. We all have jobs. We all have responsibilities. I mean, just to record the podcast itself, we're all like juggling our schedules and
Yeah.
trying to squeeze in the time with each other. I got a toddler behind the door yelling right now. I don't know if the audience could hear it, but yeah, it's hard. And Pedro, you being working outside, you have to work. You're constantly in the truck all day long. You get up at fucking 4 a.m. It's
Yeah.
difficult to do the right things, to meal prep, to come home. I mean, I'm sure you beat 12-hour shift. You
Yeah.
probably work, I don't know, like 5 to 5, 6 to 6, come home,
Yeah.
hour of traffic. It's like 8 o'clock at night. You just ready for that bed. You're ready for the quick fix, the easy food. Now that Mom Dukes is there, ese plato de
Mhm.
arroz, you already know that's coming. Ramses, you and I got a different perspective because again, we talk
Totally
about the
different,
excuse business. We work remote. Why is it difficult for people like you and I to stay in good shape?
man. Because we got DoorDash, you got Seamless, Uber Eats, whatever
Oh,
food
we
you
eating
want.
all right.
Whatever food you want is coming right to your door. You don't have to walk outside. You don't have to talk to anybody. You know exactly what you want. You know what you're getting, and that takes its toll. Especially when you're just sitting in front of a screen all day. They're like, "Oh, get us a stand up desk. It'll help you." Okay, I just stood up.
Yeah, I got one of those. That shit is under a pile of dust right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, I mean, I use it every so often, but you stand up, it's still, you're not really doing much, so you're gonna sit down. It's not enough. Before, when it was the office environment, you would basically go, walk outside for lunch, or if you take a train, you have your little walk to the train, you have your walk to work from the train, or whatever you're doing extracurricular after work, that you have to get to. So at least your body was in motion doing things, even though you sat down for just about the same number of hours. But there was, steps that you at least had to accomplish, but
I mean,
now
I
here,
gotta be honest. You running the point there, Rand. I mean, I think all of us got one of these. Everybody pretty much got the Apple Watch. When I would commute to work, doctors all recommend walk at least 30 minutes per day.
yeah,
I wouldn't even have to like set a workout, anything. To walk to the subway, 15 minutes, heading into the city, walking for lunch, another 10, 15 minutes, coming back home, before you know it, you close all your rings. You've taken 1,000 steps a day,
yeah,
and you still make poor choices. Let's not front
right,
because
of course,
there's the drinks with the coworkers after work. Shit, I could go to the salad spot, but fucking McDonald's is right across the street. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
you still make poor choices, but there's this mindset that when you work remote, which is affecting me, you just get so comfortable. You get too comfortable. Literally, like if I don't have to commute with my daughter, because shout out to mom, she watches the baby for me while I work. But if I'm home with the baby and I don't have to go to my mom's, if my shift starts at 8 and my bosses ain't listening, my alarm clock is 7:57, boys. Just enough time to brush your teeth, wipe the cold out your eye, log in, and that's it. Like that is not a healthy way to sustain your life. You're gonna fall into terrible habits, which that's why, that's the habits that I'm falling into, Ramses. I'm pretty sure you got the same issue. So a
yep.
lot of it again is a mindset. It's the excuse business. We're all making an excuse.
And check it. And that's, listen, you would think for all my beer delivery guys and all my alcohol delivery guys out there, that's your perspective from guys that work remote. You would think a guy like me working outside, super physical job, constantly sweating, you know what I'm saying, dealing with cases and walking tons of steps, thousands of steps pretty much, man, a week. You would think I'd be super slim, I'd be in shape and all this and that. But like to your point, the mindset at the end of the week, because I am so tired, not even end of the week, the end of the day, because you're so tired, you want that treat. You deserve that meal that you want that isn't the healthiest choice. So here you guys are working remote, maybe not as physical at all, right? But still having
Not
the
at all.
comfort food, but still having that comfort food come to you
Carpal
guys.
tunnel,
And
carpal
then
tunnel.
yeah, and then here's me. I'm outside, sweating like a pig. I'm out there getting it in, and I'm still making the bad choices because mentally I'm so tired at the end of the day that nah, man, I don't want that. What, bro? What salad? Get the heck out of here, man! I want that burger. I want that steak and mac and cheese. I want that. Obviously, not great choices, right? To slim down and get into shape. So it's it is a mindset, man. It's ninety
Yo, but
percent.
un locrio,
Mindset.
un locrio hits, bro. Un locrio,
Oh my God, bro, pero ven
un
acá. Un locrio, come on. Un locrio
arroz
de
con
longaniza.
habichuela, un
Come on. You,
bistec,
you think I'm gonna come home after a 12-hour day and be like, nah, pass the rice cakes? Come on, bro.
right?
Hell no. That ain't going down. That ain't
They're
going down.
cinnamon flavored.
Right.
But again,
Sprinkle of cinnamon.
that's what it all comes down to: the
That's what comes down
mindset, the
to mindset.
machismo, and then we have struggles that other people don't have. The cultural struggle.
Yeah.
Ramses, rest in peace to your mom. But I'm sure when she was around, it's the love language, man. It's the love language. They
That
love
food was
cooking, especially when they
amazing.
got boys, man. When they got boys, they love cooking for their boys, and we've all
Right.
been blessed. We there's nothing wrong with any one of us physically. We're very fortunate. There are people out there that can't do shit. Unfortunately, they just restricted physically. So it's 90% fucking mental. It's not because we can't do it. It's because we fall into the trap. And let's face it, even when we're not eating that great cultural food, the food nowadays just is saturated with so much shit, and it's just not healthy for you. I mean,
Even
I
the
don't
oils that
have
it's cooked in, the oils now, all
oils
this
and
canola oil and everything is just causing inflammation, getting everybody all huge.
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
mean, I don't think they're. I mean, again, we're not scientists. I don't have anything in front of me. I think there's definitely a correlation with the food and the increase in cancer. There's definitely whatever they're putting out there. We just got to make the right choices. And just eat green, man. Try to eat green. Eat your protein. And eat the portions, man. That's what kills us too, man. Because when you're Dominican, Pedro, you got my Dukes there. You ain't getting no fucking little side dish. You getting a sopera, kid, full of rice. Tell them, man.
I told this lady, I said, yo, listen, I've been out here in San Diego for 18 years now, and I've been around other cultures. I have friends from all walks of life, and I've been invited to dinners. I've eaten with these people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at their portions, and I'm looking at them like, wait a minute, man. That's it? It's a spoonful of rice, bro. That's it. A spoonful of rice is what I eat. That's
Que
like
te
like
deja con
point number
gana,
one.
like, because we're not used to it. Te deja con gana like that. And that's the only
We're
rice I'm
not
getting.
used to that because we feel like, bro, because we feel like that's not enough. My mother right now, I'm trying to like sit her down and be like, yo, ma, check it out, because she's the chef right now. So I'm like, yo, check it out. I need to scale it back. I need to scale it back here. Chill on the rice. I'm not eating no rice. Make me just like me or whatever. And she's looking at me like I'm bugging. She's looking at me like, nah, something. Tú tienes algo, pero tú estás como loco. I'm like, just because I don't want to eat, just because I don't want to eat in excess, bro. So yeah, man, it's something that is especially the culture, especially for that generation. It's hard for them. It's hard for them to understand that. Hard for them to understand that. But yo, listen, one of the hardest things is realizing that I'm 42 years old. Because in my mind, I'm still 20 something in my mind. You know
Yo,
what I mean?
just left high
Sometimes,
school yesterday, bro.
bro, when you gotta write that down, like, oh wait a minute, oh snap, I'm 42. So having to think about health, man, in a different way, that's what I'm trying my best to kind of like change my mindset and have it more so in a, okay, is this gonna be beneficial to me, right?
And one of the things that ever since we had the pandemic in 2020, one of the things people have really honed in on is, oh, mental health, mental health. People were
Yeah.
isolated and locked away in mental health, but the physical health was something that was kind of neglected. Most of the people that lost their lives with COVID were people out of shape. People had
Shit,
underlying heart conditions. They
pathetic.
were overweight. They had diabetes. So why do we know this now? I mean, even if we knew it before, but now that the evidence is out there, like God forbid another pandemic or something like that occurs, we now have the information out there that you have to be in a certain way physically. You have to be a certain way physically. If not, you're gonna leave yourself vulnerable to these things. And let me tell you something. I'd rather be vulnerable hearing a podcast, sharing it with my brothers, sharing it with an audience of, yeah, I'm not doing the right thing. I'm not keeping up with the doctor, the dentist, and
Mhm.
all these things, than being vulnerable to a bacteria, a virus, anything like that. So we have to get that out of our system. Like, yo, it's okay, man. It's all right. And you know what? We're not telling you. We're not liars here. We're not in front. None of us are fitness models. None of that. Listen, man. The
Far
holidays are
from,
coming up.
far from.
Far from it, man. The holidays. Hey, we got the cameras on, man. I tell the guys all the time, the camera adds 10 pounds. Every time we shoot a podcast, and I look at myself, I'm like, how many fucking cameras are on me? Because god damn, I got a lot of fucking pounds on me. But
But
all
you know
jokes
what, guys?
aside,
That's
man,
why.
we got the tools out there. We got the knowledge. The holidays are coming. Yeah, we're gonna slip. But, we're gonna have that good food. But why not get back on track? Do the right
But
thing.
that's why a community is so important, bro. A community of friends or brothers, to keep each other accountable. To as easily as we talk on the phone and we talk about sports and we talk about bullshit, we can easily, talk about, hey man, did you get checked? Hey man, don't forget, bro. Make sure your numbers are good. How you feeling? About stuff like that. We
And
can
it's so
talk about.
much easier right now to get coverage. You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
have, if you're in New York, you have the New York State of Health, Human Resource Administration, Department of Social Services. If you need any outside of, like if you be depending on your federal, where you fall onto the federal poverty level, but there's ways to get coverage. No one should be out here without any medical coverage, and most of the time those preventative services are offered for free. You don't really have to, maybe you have copays or have to pay for labs, but if you do have medical coverage, make sure you take advantage of it. Use the, get the visits, get that blood drawn, see what your levels are at internally. um, it's just so important. There's your health coverage will always help you make the appointments. There's apps out there you can make these appointments and do them over the phone with your doctor. There's video, teledoc, telehealth. I mean, you name it. There's just so many avenues for you to actually get checked and to make sure that you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
And
And
Ramses,
utilize
you
it,
know,
man.
you
It's there to be utilized, bro. I have, thank God with the job that I have and the company that I'm with, I'm afforded all that stuff, man. Acupunctures, massages. There's so many things.
easy,
It's not
Deshaun
just,
Watson. Take it easy.
listen, it's
it's
consensual.
not the
It's
massages that's
consensual.
happening
It's
around
it's
me.
it's it's consensual. It's consensual. That's what I gotta say.
It's not
But
the same massages on Roosevelt.
Oh no, those are different as well.
like those things are all there, man. That for a long time as a young guy, I couldn't pay attention. You couldn't get me to sit and read through all this. HR would be like, yeah, you can do this and you can do that. I'm like, how much I'm gonna pay? What's the pay?
Right.
Yeah. Whereas now, those are things that now I'm utilizing. I'm like, bro, I need to take full advantage of that. It's there. It's
And
and a lot of people don't have it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys.
no, I'm saying that's a great point. Like, maybe we could have
So
said that 15, 20 years ago, but people can't make that excuse anymore. Ramses works in the
no,
healthcare industry.
no,
Even if you don't work for a great company like you work for, P, there's access, man. There's access. Don't matter how much money you make, where you work, or what kind of job you have. There's access, and people. If you're worrying about, oh damn, I got to pay a copay, I got to pay this. You're investing in yourself, my man. That's what you're investing in. You waste money on bullshit. I know we all waste money on bullshit. Take the time, man. Take care of yourself. And the reason why I say that is I got to bring up some stats, brothers. And these stats are very alarming to me. And this is men. This is men. Because women, shout out to women, women take care of themselves. And I'm going to point that out because my wife, she works in the medical field. She's a nurse, and she gets on me all the time, man, all the time. Yo, you went to the doctor yet? Yo, you got your physical yet? And I'll be honest with the audience, I haven't this year. I haven't. And again, it's all the excuses. Me, it's just the laziness. Not that I'm scared of the doctor. I've always been somebody who goes. It's just like Rand just will tell you that mindset when you work from home you become a fucking hermit, man. You don't even want to go to the doctor. You don't want to do shit, but you got to stop making excuses. So let me throw out some stats. This is from the Cleveland Clinic. Only 3 out of 5 men get their annual physical. Fellas, how alarming is that?
Yeah, man, that's a horrible number, man. Guys definitely have to be on top of themselves. It's that the machista that yo soy hombre, yo no tengo que ver ningún doctor, and then you're walking around with a wild pain, somewhere on your body. You know what I mean? Like you just got to do it. You know, there's sometimes you do get scared, you do get nervous going to the doctor. I know when I had to repair my bicep, I was nervous to go under anesthesia because like am I at the age? Is my heart okay? Is am I gonna come back? What it's just wild. So the fear is there, but sometimes these things you have to get it done. You have to take care of yourself. You have to repair things that are broken. If you're going to repair your car, I'll go back to that. If you're going to take care of your car, if your axle breaks, you're going to fix it. You're gonna you have to do it. You need your car. It's the same thing with your body. Something breaks down or is on the way to break down, let's take care of it. Let's go to the doctor and make sure that everything is okay. No sea tan bruto and hard-headed, that you're not gonna go and take care of yourself, man. It's time. You're not gonna hear this from anybody else, people. Like this
We
is
keep it real, man. We keep it
some
real.
grown men telling you to go to the doctor. You're not gonna
Real
hear
talk.
it.
Real
Nobody
talk.
else really says that kind of thing
And
or
stop taking
thinks
the magic
about it.
pill. Stop taking the magic pill,
No
guys. No
magic pills out
shortcuts.
there.
No
That's all
shortcuts. I mean,
bullshit.
girls, listen, the girls got the BBLs and all that popping and blah blah blah, and hey, they'll learn.
Well,
That
put
stuff
in
ain't
your
gonna
work.
work in the
You put
long
in
run.
your work, you're
Exactly,
gonna see
P.
results.
We're not saying it's going to be easy. It's going to take work,
It
man.
ain't
But
gonna be easy.
again, Rancis, good point with the 3 out of 5 people. Pedro, I'm going to shoot a stat at you. You ready for this?
Hit me.
Over 40% of men only go to the doctor when they have a serious medical condition. Only 40% when they think they have a serious medical condition. Again, how alarming is that?
That's alarming, man. That's alarming because what do doctors always say? If we catch it early, if you would have been here 2 years ago, if you would have came 5 years ago, we would have caught this, God forbid, this cancer, this whatever, and you had a better chance of living. We catch things when it's already too late, and again, you gotta throw it up to fears. A lot of people that are they don't if they don't see it and they don't hear about it, they don't got it. It's like I don't want to go to the doctor because I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But you got to break out of that, guys. We got families, we got kids, bro. We got to be here for them. We got people counting on us to be here. We got to take the initiative. That's alarming. That 40%. That's alarming, man. That's alarming. And the pandemic should have been a great barometer for us to see. Like, listen, people been skating for a long time, not being healthy, and this thing came along and showed us, look at what happens when you're not in optimal health. It's alarming.
Exactly. The last stat, I'm going to read it. And it's basically what brought us here to this episode. More than half of men said their health wasn't something they like to talk about. So we're here. We're showing our vulnerability. We're letting you guys know, yeah, we've slacked plenty of times. Or we're not hypocrites. We're not here with our shirts off. Definitely, thank God, because we'll scare the audience off.
Damn,
But
and we're gonna blind people, bro.
but we here, man, and we're letting you guys know that it's something you got to take serious. You got to
Yeah.
step up. Pedro said it, man. We all got kids to worry about. We all got siblings that care about us. Our parents, if they're still with us, our parents, we got to look out for. And more important, look out for yourself, man. Look out for yourself. Like Ram just said it. You get the fresh cut. Go to the fucking doctor, man. Dudes out there with the tints on the fucking windows, the sound system, the leather seats. Go to the fucking doctor, man, because you riding around in that fucking Lamborghini body with a lawnmower engine. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going too far. You ain't gonna
And
put any
listen,
miles in that car.
and if your kids ain't your motivation, if your family's not your motivation, bro, you don't want that weak pelvic thrust. You know what I'm saying? You better get you
Word
better
up.
get your thing right. You don't want to be you
You want
want to
that
you
good blood flow down
You
there, some
understand what I'm
stamina.
saying? You wanna be right. You wanna be right para que no te dejen afuera. You know what I'm saying? So,
Si
you
no te
know,
botan de
if
una.
if if
Out of here,
for
boys.
real, bro. I mean, man. Again, if those things don't motivate you, man, like people said for yourself, you gotta make your lady happy, bro. You gotta have that pelvic thrust popping because if not, You're gonna be out in the cold. You're gonna be out in the cold, man, limp. So,
At least they'll have that extra fat though to keep them warm, dog.
well, listen, man, hey, it ain't that cold here in Cali, man. So that extra fat does nothing. That extra fat does nothing for your game. You gotta be out here, man. Listen, there's a lot of competition out here.
I hear you, man. And like for me, the motivation. My little girl is 2 years old. I joined the party late, boys. I joined the father party
Yeah.
late. So at the time that she graduates, God willing, I'm going to be 58 years old when my daughter graduates high school. So for me, I don't want to be at her graduation some fat dude with a cane, all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, I want to be there jumping for joy, shouting out my daughter, giving her all my love, and being the best shape of my life. And now's the time. It's never too late. Not just putting the word out there about your health and being conscious. We're actually going to put a challenge out there. We're going to call this the Apologetic Knock Challenge. We're going to challenge ourselves. And if you're listening, you should join the challenge, man. Come on, do it for yourself. Don't do it for us. Or do it, fuck it, to be competitive. Like, yo, fuck
I
that
want
nigga
to
Ramses,
pump
man.
you up.
Yeah, baby. So the challenge is simple, man. We're
Yeah.
all about, getting in better shape. We weighed ourselves, I'll keep it real. Ramses has the best weight. We'll get to that weight in a second. But when I got on the scale, I was 218 pounds. Now, if I were 6'2", 6'3", pushing it. So again, James Cameron hit me up. We'll have to rewrite the Titanic because me and Rose would have not sank. She would have had a lifesaver. My fat ass would have kept both of us floating. But I was 218. P, what the scale told you? What the number say?
Listen. This is bedroom body season. I'm too.
Ooh.
That's not good. That's not good. I may not probably look it, but listen, it's
You said
it's
you said 217. Say that again.
270,
Oh, that's what I
270.
thought you said. Yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Yeah, that's what you wanted me to repeat it. It's all good. It's all good. This bedroom body season, bro. So
It's all good because it's
I'm
gonna
gonna snap
come
back.
down. It's all gonna come down. But
I'm gonna
Ramses,
snap
your
back like a
scale
rubber
is
man.
like Ramses got the special AI on his scale, man. What do your scale say?
My scale weighs grams, dogs. I don't know about pounds. I use mine for weed, bro. I haven't gotten on a scale in a long time, but I just know I'm fat.
There you go. There you
There
go.
it is. So
That's
we're gonna put a challenge to ourselves. We
yeah.
record these episodes bi-weekly. Bi-weekly, we're gonna check in the end of each episode. We're gonna hold ourselves accountable. And again, it's the vulnerability, guys. Don't be scared. Fuck it. If we could say shit about going to the doctor, keeping ourselves right physically,
Yeah.
showing
No
us
doubt.
that we're trying. We got
No doubt.
about 6 weeks until Thanksgiving. We
No
got
better
10
time.
weeks till Christmas. We
Yeah.
got time, man. Get right. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family. And let's get this challenge. We're gonna do this, boys, or what?
I'm
I'm
in.
in.
I'm
Let's
in,
go.
man.
Let's go.
Listen, what better time to build that mental toughness, man, to start this in the holiday season.
Hold on.
I mean, everybody else, I've been there. I've been there tons of times, man, when it's like rolling into October, November, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll start
Was that a
January.
pun?
Let's
You've
get
been
it
there
rocking.
tons
Let's
of
get it
time
rocking.
and rolling.
Ooh, yeah, brother. What
Mira
you
este.
gonna do?
Mira este.
That's what we're gonna do, right? We
That's what you're
gotta
gonna do.
get
End year.
into it. Ooh, yeah.
Listen, pictures. I'm for it. We gotta upload them.
We
I
with
don't
it,
want to
man.
hear.
Now we
I don't want to hear. I'm not saying I don't trust you guys, but I don't want to hear no.
now we ready. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put the challenge out there. So
Yeah, I'm
starting
down.
now, the next episode, we're gonna check in
I'm down
every
with it.
episode after. So again, guys, when's the last time? Dot dot dot. You went to the doctor. Next time, a motherfucker calls you, asks you, I better hear. Oh yeah, I got my checkup 2 months ago. Oh yeah, last week. Oh, I got an appointment
That's
coming up.
right.
I have an appointment coming up October 30th. I know my
Absolutely,
brothers
man.
out here, both been to the doctor. We're gonna do our thing, man. We're gonna do our thing.
And all you
But
guys and all you guys out there, man, that got your day ones and your boys and all that, bro. Let start having those conversations, man. They ain't gonna be your day ones and they ain't your boys if you guys ain't talking about health and keeping each other accountable because we all want to be here, man. We all want to grow old together. We all want to be here 10, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, talking about the
word
old days
up.
when we old. So please, guys, it's a new day. It's a new day for men, man. It's okay. We could be a little vulnerable. It's all good. We could be a little softy. That's fine.
I
But
got plenty of softness right here, kid. Plenty.
well, but yeah,
Well,
man, I'm
last
down. I'm down, man. This is dope. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely keeping each other accountable and also the competition, man. Why not?
hell
I'm down.
yeah, man. So listen, the apologetic knock challenge starts now, boys. Next episode, we're gonna pull out the numbers, update everybody how we're doing. And
Do it.
last episode, we started a segment called "Why We Were Away." Basically, a kind of a things that kind of call headlines during the last episode. And I know there's a lot of serious things going out there in the world. We're gonna keep this lighthearted because we know there's a lot of things going on, and prayers and thoughts out to everybody. Hope things become peaceful soon. We don't have the answer to many of these things because the world is a fucking complicated place. But there was something that was catching the headlines recently, and boy, do the fellas have a lot to say about this. So, oh boys, I'm gonna say a name, and when I say the name, Ramses, I want to hear the first thing that comes to your mind. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Esta fucking tipa, loco. Like, yo, since a different world, I always like había un aire to her. Like she always carried herself a certain way. Even her character on the show was like a little too much for me. You know what I'm saying? And like she carried that into maybe she was playing herself in that or whatever. Pero esa tipa sí jode y habla más mierda que el diablo. She talks so much shit, man, and like degrades the hell out of a dude that we considered, for us that was like super cool. You know what I mean? This is Fresh Prince of Bel Air, like Will Smith, and tú lo trata como un trapo. That shit's crazy, man. But she's annoying as hell, man. I'm tired of it. Like, what a dickhead. She's so crack. Man,
I
whatever,
think she's
man.
smoking it, bro. I don't think she's selling it no more. All the things that are coming out with her book, it sounds like she's smoking it. P, what what runs through your head when you hear the name Jada Pinkett Smith?
Bro, Snoop is a terrorist, bro. She's a, she's a terrorist. This dude Will is trying his best, man, to have people forget about the slap, to move on. For people to kind of, think of him back to what he used to, what people thought of him before. Great guy, philanthropist, great actor. You know what I'm saying? And
Phenomenal talent,
just when
phenomenal talent.
thinking phenomenal talent. And just when like time is finally kind of like doing its thing, and people, the slap was like kind of like yesterday's news now, and people are kind of forgetting about it. Like, he's been super quiet. He's doing everything that he should have did. Apologize and be out the limelight. Like you haven't seen this cat, right?
Yo,
Here
how,
comes
how
Jada.
somebody how somebody said that that Tupac faked his death just to get away from Jada. Yo, chill, man. Yo, es que ella es
That's the level.
demasiado.
That's the level. What they call this? Stage 5 clinger.
Ella
Yo,
aficia.
I'm
Even
a
me, like I
But that's
can't
what.
breathe when I see her on
But
TV.
bro,
I can't breathe.
but that's what I'm saying. Like this dude was already like kind of out the woods. Like, all right, yo, time has passed. All right, cool. Here she comes. Nah, not yet. And pulls this guy right back. He must be like, yo, pero ven acá. Again? Like, what's and now she's talking, of course, to sell a book, which is just
oh, you gotta sell
is
that
this
book, baby.
that's
Yo, but let's
disgusting.
be honest, bro. If he had Dominican friends, he wouldn't be having to deal with this. Like if his right hand man was a Dominican dude or
Absolutely.
a Haitian dude, we mad emotional. We be falling in love, so I
No, he
get
would
that. Pero
he
los dominicanos son unos perros, loco.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So
it's sad. Bro, it's sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad to see it live, bro. It's sad to see this the humiliation of this man. This man's being dragged by his woman, man. By his what? Not his ex-wife, not like the chick he used to be
get
with.
my wife's name out of your mouth. What he said?
Yo,
I
bro.
don't even remember.
And that was passion. And that, yo, bro, that was passion right there. And she said, yo, you what she said? Oh, I
I was
was shocked when he
surprised.
said. I was
Surprised he
surprised
called me
when
his
he called.
wife.
My God,
So
pobrecito.
let guys, this is so hard to keep up with. I'm gonna give you guys a rundown. Thank God for TMZ because I can't keep up with the bitch. Here's all the things that she has said within a week of announcing her book. She said her and Will have been separate, living separate lives since 2016. Look at that bullshit. First of all, I call bullshit. Why? Any interview, any chance you get, both of you, my husband, my wife, my husband, my wife, my husband, my wife. J. Cole, do you still want that Will and Jada love? Do you still want it? Next up.
I'd rather have Bobby and Whitney love than Jada and Will love.
Well,
Yo,
I,
that
I
was
think
eso fue amor.
I think Jada got that love because I'm telling you, man, Ramsey, she ain't selling that crack, she's smoking it. Next up,
She
like you
looked like
said,
she's
B.
smoking it too.
Oh no, it's alopecia. Stop it. It's
She
alopecia.
was up in the Bronx getting kicks from Fat Joe.
Yeah, I saw
Bro,
that.
estaba más flaca
I
que el
saw
diablo.
that. Yeah, those are black and white.
But
Yeah, yeah.
check
She
this. She also claimed Tupac had alopecia, but he was too scared to talk about it. Tupac was scared of talking. Uh, claims Chris Rock
Damn, yo, it's
heard
foul when you're dead, right? You can't say nothing.
you can't
He
defend
yo,
yourself,
but if
man.
he
You
faked
can't.
it, not for nothing. If he faked it, think about it. If he faked it and he's hearing this, you know it's like, yo, she's
He can't
bugging.
say nothing about it.
Like,
He
yeah,
can't
he
say
can't
nothing about
say
it.
nothing. He can't
So
come
you mean to
out.
tell me you go up against a whole coast? You go up against a whole coast, but your alopecia you bow down to. You bow down to
He can't.
alopecia. You go, "Nah,
Yo, he was like,
can't."
I ain't what the fuck, bitch. I ain't never had no fucking alopecia.
He's
Oh,
rolling on his, he's
there
rolling his grave right now. He's rolling like a mother.
there are more Tupac allegations. We'll get to those. Next, Chris Rock. She claims apologized during the commercial break, which is bullshit. We know that never came out. Also, she claims Chris Rock heard rumors that they were separated and asked her out on a date. Wow. She's not done, boys. She is not done. She also, wow. She also claims that Tupac Shakur proposed to her. Get this, guys. This how fucking stupid does this sound? He proposed to her, but they agreed not to go on with a relationship because they didn't have chemistry. Yet she said they called each other soulmates. What kind of fucking soulmates don't have chemistry? Help me out, boys.
Damn, dude can't even defend himself, man. I know he'd be wilding right now. Like, nah.
I'm shedding, I'm shedding a tear for Will, man. You know what,
Wait.
Will.
Hold them tears. Hold them tears. She's not done yet. She also claims that at the age of 21, she had suicidal thoughts, but they went away thanks to therapy, but they returned at the age of 40. She said she used to drive every day around the famous Mulholland Drive in Santa Monica Mountains, pulling over off the cliff of the road, considering to having a fatal accident intentionally. This woman just does not fucking stop. She does not stop. And
Well, I mean,
here's
mental
where
health is
I'm gonna
definitely something.
I'm gonna call bullshit, man. I don't see mental health. I don't. This is what I see, and this is again. I don't know these people. I'm somebody from afar. What I see is, yeah, her and Will probably separated, and and again, this is me assuming she probably said, "Yo, let's not, succumb to the Hollywood. Everybody's preying on our downfall. Let's keep it a secret that we're separated." But guess what? Her career. Let's keep it 100, guys. I want you guys right off the top of your head to name five Jada Pinkett movies. Go.
Set it off.
One.
Nutty Professor too.
I didn't even know she was in that. There you go.
Oh, wait. Was
No,
she?
Nutty Professor one. My bad. No, the original.
No.
No, she was in Nutty Professor one.
That
You
was
Miss
Jada?
Purdy.
you see
Miss Purdy. Yeah.
you see the struggle, boys. If I tell
Oh yeah.
anybody to name five Will Smith movies, that they're gonna come right off the top of your head. It sounds to me like because if you ever go to her films, there's a lot of
IMBD.
producing credits in Will Smith's movies. So this woman has thrived off this man's career. And again, this is where we're not apologetic. We're gonna keep it real. I think she was clinging on to him to have some sort of career. And at some point, Will said, "Ya está bueno. You humiliated me with sleeping with our son's friend, the entanglement. I did that whole scene at the Oscars. Now you make me look even dumber, telling people we're separated. So now she's gonna try to grab every fucking headline possible, drag this man down even more. And this is my issue, and I want to get your perspective, boys.
Well,
If
she's
the
probably this is
shoe
probably her last check that she's trying to get.
word up, she's sucking the life out of him. But this is where I want both of your perspectives. If this were the other way around, and Will was the one doing this to Jada, how would society treat Will?
He'd be dragged. He'd be dragged through the coals. He'd be the
Worse than
worst
it
thing.
is now.
He'd be the worst. He'd be dirt. He'd be canceled. There would be
It's
no book. There would be
it's
no
that
book coming.
exactly. It's the double
They wouldn't
standard of
let it. They
society.
wouldn't let it. Like the publishers would be like, we can't because there's been so many. You know what I'm saying? So much negative outpour and all that. Look, bro, this is a case study, bro. This. Look, man. You know, we live in an age now where, like, listen, I got a 19-year-old daughter, man. All I hear now is like simps and this and that, and you know, guys. If guys are too nice, a nice guy is like a simp now. Like, you don't want that. You want the bad boy. You want this and the third. What you seeing in front of you is a guy that loves his woman, married her
To a fault.
to a fault, gave her. Come on, bro. Your life has been hard. You've been chilling since '96, man. You've been living a life of luxury since '96. Granted, it's
She
not
don't
all
gotta sell
about money.
crack no more.
Life ain't all about money. Life ain't all about money and all that. But aside from the money, aside from just being extremely comfortable, having a comfortable lifestyle, you got a man that loves you, man, and supports you in every which way. And this is how you pay him by talking about a man, another man that you love and that is dead right now,
Sleeping
constantly.
with your son's friend and
So
talking about it on a nationally televised show.
where are the
That
women at?
Augustine
But
guy
where
is
are the
friends with her
women?
son.
But
What the fuck?
where are the women at? Where are the women at saying this is an outrage? Where they at? Because to your point, if it was Will doing it, they'd be out. They'd be out saying how Will is keeping her hostage and he's an asshole and blah blah blah. So I mean, good guys finish last, bro. And unfortunately, even damn near billionaire good guys get
Pe-
shafted.
Because
Pedro,
he doesn't have Dominican friends.
but Pedro, Will's not doing himself any favors. I'm not gonna. This isn't word verbatim. I may be off a little bit, but Will was interviewed yesterday by the New York Times. His first comments since the exploits of Jada's book have come out, and
Mm.
his response was, "It's brought us closer. I feel more enlightened after hearing all the things she had to say." My
I want
man,
to see it. I want to
stop.
see it. I want to see it. Is it gold? Is it shaped like a gold brick?
It
Bro.
Is
must be
it shaped
amazing.
like a
What was it? Harlem
I want
Nights.
to
She
see
got
it.
that sunshine.
Oh, I want to see it. Because Erica Badu ain't got her. Listen, Erica Badu should give her a call.
That shit must taste like mangoes, right?
Mangoes.
Or like
For
what?
this dude to come out after all that, and there's not a fuck you in there, there's not a kiss my ass in there. He's over here talking about the bars
He's
closer.
enlightened, boys. He's enlightened. This was a spiritual. To look like a fucking herb was spiritual to him.
She should sell that scent. Her ¿cómo que se llama? Her pheromones or whatever. She should sell that.
You know
Así
what
no quiero
Will's doing
pagar.
to himself? There's a old episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air where he actually goes back home to Philly, and everybody's laughing at him like he's a punk. Ah, you
Yeah,
ran away from that fight in the playground. That's what
right.
you're looking like, Will. You running away from the fight, my brother.
Fucking bad, man.
It's
But
so
then
sad,
again,
man.
then again, there's a I don't know. I can't help to think also that he's looking at his kids. He's probably looking at his kids like I ain't gonna go ham on their mom. So
Which
it's
she don't
almost
mind
he's.
going on him. She don't mind humiliating him.
But at the end of the day, like one of you's got to be the bigger person. as like for the kids, I'm saying, because if he also went ham on her, they would probably look at him super different, right? And he'd probably lose some respect, right? So I'm in my mind, being a parent, being a father, I'm like, ooh, what would make me say that? That's the only thing that made me say that. Me looking at my kid saying, you know what, I can't. I can't stoop to her level. I gotta just say, hey, I'm not gonna say nothing negative about her. Hey, I feel enlightened. Unless he's trolling.
Who knows, man? But guys, that's definitely our views with that. And before we go, man, P
Free
asked the
will,
audience
free Will
for a
Smith,
poll. Free Will Smith. Free
free
Britney
Will
now.
Smith.
Free Will Smith.
I'm gonna start rocking the free Will Smith shirt. Say, you know, they got those guys locked up, free such and such. Free Will Smith, man. Come home, man. Go to Philly.
Dang.
Fellas, every episode we bust Pedro's chops, man, with the Morris Chestnut, man.
I don't
Pedro
look like Morris.
but it's all
I
right,
don't.
my
I don't
brother,
look.
because
I
you
don't look like
you asked the
Morris.
audience for a poll, and you know I've been kind of busy. I didn't have a chance to do a poll, but AI is a big thing, man. AI is a big thing. So I threw AI your face in a simulator, man, and you don't look like Morris. I'm sorry, but you were right this whole time, man. You were right, my brother. I apologize. The simulator actually had you looking like somebody else, my brother. There he is.
Chris Webber.
Damn.
I don't see it.
The Fab Five.
I don't see it.
What up,
You
where?
you're gonna
See
have to try
where?
again. You didn't chat GPT this thing. You
What
gotta
up,
ask
see where?
you gotta ask chat GPT. Nah, I don't look like Chris Webber.
But don't worry, my brother. Don't worry, my brother, because one good thing about sense of humor, you can poke fun of your boys. You got to poke fun of yourself too, man. And Pedro and Ramses, you guys, you know, you got your little doppelgangers. You guys been stars for a long time, but I've been a bigger star than you guys for a long time because, hell, I was so fly in my teenage years. I had a set of twins, boys. There you go. There it
Mm.
is.
Month M8.
The tape up blowout, kid. The
There
blowout.
it is.
That's back
That's
in the
my doppelganger from the
90s.
'90s, kid.
Yeah.
But it
Batman.
don't stop. It don't stop there, boys. It don't
That's that
stop there.
37 staff cut right there.
Yo, that's the dad. I need money for a cut, and I'm not getting one. Hairstyle right there.
Aguanta.
La semana que entra. But
Yo.
boys, I actually had a different hairstyle in the '80s, boys. How about that?
That's the one I
Huh?
remember.
Hey,
Now
Willie.
you want to talk about Chris Webber? This is one dude I don't see it. How do you guys think I look like this nigga, fucking
Hey,
anteater
Willie.
dude right here?
Let me get some cat.
You
Look
know
at them
what?
fucking eyes, man. They show this shit to kids. He got some scary eyes. Them shits are dark as hell.
You don't like being compared to Gordon Shumway?
Come on, Gordy.
I don't
It's
see it,
Gordon
guys.
Shumway, man.
I don't see it.
From
But Pedro,
from Melmac.
you're gonna throw the Morris poll. We're gonna do the Alf and the Roger,
Yeah.
aka MH Marcus Houston
M8.
polls out there. I don't look like him, boys. I don't see him, fellas. But
I
yo,
see it. I
Hey,
see it.
Willie.
I don't eat cat, ladies and gentlemen. But this, oh, I don't know. I visited a few restaurants
Remains
back
to
in the
be
day.
seen, man. A lot of Corona Chinese food restaurants that we don't know what we
We
was
don't
getting,
know. We
bro.
don't know what was in there. But fellas,
Hey,
as always, it was a pleasure. Queens
always.
kids in the building, and we
Yes,
rep
sir.
hard today. Mets all over the place. Queens
Doing
Boulevard
it.
in the
Doing it.
background. P. Rams got Mr. Met. I got yeah. I don't know where these Geicos are from, but I'm pretty sure they're not from Queens. But we are. Thank you so much for joining us. The
Thank you.
apologetic
Thank you.
knock. It
Yes,
was a
sir.
pleasure, ladies and gentlemen.